Good morning, children. How are you all? Hope you all are safe and fine. Welcome to social online class. Children, how are you? Hope you are all are fine, right? Okay, are you obeying your parents? Are you studying your portions regularly? Did you watch the previous videos? Have you all copied the notes as well as the textbook exercises? I hope you have done everything well, right? Okay. In the last class, we have started revision, right? Today, we are going to continue that. Okay, children. In the previous class, we have completed the first three chapters of SEM 2 book, right? Today, we are going to continue the revision part from lesson 4. Okay, yes. Can you say what's the title of chapter 4? Yes. The Chola, Kakatiya and the Vijayanagar dynasties, that is chapter 4, and the title of chapter 5 is our constitution, and then 6 national festivals and universally celebrated days. Okay, right. We have completed the first 3 chapters, that is water wealth and agriculture, India mineral wealth and industries, transport and communication. Now today we are going to continue 4, 5 and 6. Okay, children. Okay. Can you remember this lesson, content of this lesson, chapter 4? Can you remember the content of the lesson, chapter 4? We have studied about the Chola dynasty, Kakatiya dynasty, as well as the Vijayanagar Empire, right? Okay. Who was the greatest king of the Chola Empire? Yes, Rajaraja Chola was the greatest king of the Chola Empire, right? Then the Chola dynasty originated around the Kaveri river valleys. Okay, these Cholas have been referred to as imperial Cholas. Okay, these Cholas were referred to as imperial Cholas. Then Rajaraja Chola conquered the kingdoms of South India, such as Cheras and Pandyas. So because of that, he was called as Mummudi Chola. Rajaraja Chola conquered Pandyas, Cheras and Chola kingdoms. So he was called as, given the title as Mummudi Chola. Okay, then he also conquered the Gangas of Mysore, the Vengi kingdom, and also Kalinga. Okay, children? Yes. Then achievements, Rajaraja Chola was a devotee of Lord Shiva. So he built the famous temple Bragadishwara. Okay, Bragadishwara temple. It is in Tanjore. Have you ever heard this? Okay. Can you recall the lesson? I hope so. Okay. Rajaraja Chola was known as Mummudi Chola, and also he was a devotee of Lord Shiva, so that he built the great Bragadishwar temple at Tanjore. Okay, then he was a great patron of Tamil literature and art, and he during his period the works of various Tamil poets were compiled into one text called Tirumurai. Okay, various Tamil poems were compiled into one text called what? Tirumurai. Though he was a Hindu king, he built a Buddhist monastery. Then what? Rajaraja Chola, with the help of Nambi Anda Nambi, he was a temple priest. Okay, Nambi Anda Nambi saved the poetic scripts called Tirumurai from getting destroyed from the termites. So this Rajaraja Chola was called as Tirumurai Kanda Cholan. Okay, another one title also there, Mummudi Chola, and also he was called as Tirumurai Kanda Cholan. Okay, children, have you understood about this Chola dynasty? Chola dynasty originated around the Kaveri river, and the Grand Anika Dam, that is the Kallanai, was built across the Kaveri river by the Cholas. Then these Cholas have been referred to as imperial Cholas. Rajaraja Chola was the greatest king of the Chola Empire. He captured Pandyas and the Cheras, so that he was called as Mummudi Chola, and he built the great Pragadishwara temple in Tanjore. Various Tamil poems were compiled into one text called Tirumurai. He was a great patron of Tamil. Okay, then though he was a Hindu king, he built a Buddhist monastery. He saved the Nambi under Nambi, a temple priest, saved the poetic scripts called Tirumurai with the help of Rajaraja Chola, with the help of Nambi under Nambi, a temple priest. Okay, saved the poetic scripts. So he was given the title as Tirumurai Kanda Cholan. Okay. Tirumurai Kanda Cholan. Then about the Kakatiya dynasty, its capital city was Warangal. Kakatiya dynasty's capital city is Warangal, and one of the major dynasties. Then Deva, the early Kakatiya rulers were the title Reddy, meaning king, and the later work they on the name they have given us Deva. Okay, that means Lord. Then King Ganapati Deva and his daughter Queen Rudrama Devi reached the peak of its glory around the 13th century during the rule of King Ganapati Deva and his daughter Queen Rudrama Devi. Okay, this dynasty, Kakatiya dynasty, reached the peak of its glory during the rule of King Ganapati Deva and his daughter Queen Rudrama Devi. This Rudrama Devi was a brave warrior, and when she was 14 years old, she was well trained in the art of warfare and other administrative areas. Okay, she was the only woman ruler of Andhra Pradesh, and he was given the male name as Rudradeva. He was the only woman ruler of Andhra Pradesh, and he was given the male name as Rudradeva. Okay, the capital city of Kakatiya dynasty was Warangal, and Ganapati Deva ruled over that. After that, his daughter Queen Rudrama Devi ruled the kingdom. She was a brave warrior and the influential women leaders in Indian history, and she was only the woman ruler of Andhra Pradesh, and she was given the male name Rudradeva. Okay, yes. Have you understood this Kakatiya dynasty? Yes. Who is the father of Queen Rudrama Devi? Can you answer? Who is the father of Queen Rudrama Devi? King Ganapati Deva. Okay, King Ganapati Deva was the father of Queen Rudrama Devi. Okay, children. Then come to Vijayanagar Empire. Vijayanagar Empire is named after its capital city, Vijayanagara. Okay, this Vijayanagar Empire is named after its capital city, Vijayanagara. Then it was established by two brothers, Harihara I and Bukkaraya. Harihara I and Bukkaraya. Most famous king of Vijayanagar Empire was Krishna Devaraya. Okay, most famous king of the Vijayanagar Empire was King Krishna Devaraya, and he maintained friendly relations with the Portuguese. Then he was a great warrior, and he fought off continuous attacks from the Deccan Sultans. Okay, then he extended his empire all over whole of South India, from river Tungabhadra in the north to Cape Comorin in the south. Okay, then his period was known as the golden age in Telugu literature and earned him the name Andhra Bhoja. He was also known as Andhra Bhoja. Krishna Devaraya was also known as Andhra Bhoja. Okay, then Tenali Ramakrishna was a humorous poet in King Krishna Devaraya's court. Okay, he built the Vitala and Virupaksha temples in the beautiful city of Hampi. Okay, children, have you understood? The most famous king of Vijayanagar Empire was Krishna Devaraya, and the Vijayanagar Empire's capital city is Vijayanagara. He was a great warrior. Then his period was known as the golden age of Telugu literature, and he was also known as Andhra Bhoja. Okay, Tenali Ramakrishna was a humorous poet in King Krishna Devaraya's court. Have you understood? Okay, yes, these are the things in chapter 4. Okay, we have learnt about the Chola dynasty, Kakatiya dynasty, and the Vijayanagar Empire. Okay, Chola dynasty, the famous king was Rajaraja Chola, and then this Kakatiya dynasty, Queen Rudrama Devi, then Vijayanagar Empire, Krishna Deva Raya. Okay, have you understood? Then you can open the textbook. Okay, children, you can open the textbook and recall it. Yes, page number 87. All of you take page number 87. Page number 87, fill in the blanks, choose the correct answer and match the following. You must learn. Please mark it. Okay, you must learn this page. Then, coming to this worksheet, you can learn this. See page number 93. You can learn page number 93. Have you marked this? Okay, then page number 91. Before that, page 91, 93, everything you must learn. Okay, as fill in the blanks or choose. Okay, children? Okay, I hope you will learn. Okay, then page number 96, who am I? Okay, who am I also you must learn. Okay, page 93, then 91 no need, I think. Yes, 91 the puzzle, yes. Okay, no need. 91 no need. Then page number 93, then 93, then 96, page number 96. Who am I? And also this page 93, fill in the blanks, you must study. Then page number 94, if it is given like this is scrambled, you have to unscramble it, you have to correct it and write. Okay children, the same as the page 93. The question is there and the answer also there. This one, the answer of page number 91. Okay, it is given in the boxes. Okay children, understood? You must study all this. Okay, then our fifth chapter, it is our constitution. Okay, our constitution. Okay, what is meant by constitution of India? What is meant by constitution? Yes, the rules and laws of a certain country to be followed is written in a book called the Constitution of India. Okay, the constitution means some rules and regulations. Okay children, okay, then in this chapter we have learnt about democracy, then socialism, secularism, then fundamental rights, fundamental duties. Yes, then directive principles of state policy, everything we have learnt in this chapter. Okay, what is a democracy? Can you remember the answer? You can take page number 101. What is a democracy? A democracy is a system of government in which all the people of a country can vote to elect their representatives, right? India is a democratic country. Do you know that? Okay, when did we get India independence? India got independence on 15th August 1947. Okay, when a country is formed, it needs a set of laws for the people to follow. This is called what? Constitution. Constitution contains some rules and regulations. Okay children, yes. Who is the head of our constitution? Dr. Ambedkar is the head of our constitution. Okay, when did India get republic? On 26 January 1950. When the constitution came into force, this was celebrated as Republic Day. Okay, Ambedkar was the chairman of the Indian Drafting Committee. Okay children, yes. Then fundamental rights. What are the fundamental rights we have learned? Right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, right to constitutional remedies. These are the fundamental rights we have learned in this chapter. Then fundamental duties, obey the constitution and respect the national flag. Then remember to follow the values. Then we should preserve our rich heritage. We should learn more about varied subject and excel in our personal talents. We have learned more fundamental duties also. Okay, then directive principles, that equitable distribution of wealth and equal pay for equal work for both men and women, provision of employment to all, compulsory education, protection of children. These are the things we have learned in directive principles of state policy. Okay, go through the book once again for better understanding. Watch the previous videos also. Okay children, yes. So we have learned about our constitution, the fundamental rights of India, fundamental duties, and also the directive principles of state policy. Okay children, yes. Now take page number 106. You have to learn this, fill in the blanks, choose as well as match. You must learn. Okay, yes. Then in the worksheet you have to learn. No worksheets, I think, right? Okay, in this chapter, no need of studying the worksheets, only the book back exercise you learn. Okay, yes. Have you understood this chapter? Okay, children. Then come to national festivals and universally celebrated days. Okay, national festivals and universally celebrated days. Name the national festivals. You have learned, right, already? Yes, Gandhi Jayanti, Independence Day, and Republic Day, right? Okay. See, there are some festivals which we celebrate as a whole nation, irrespective for our religion or state. This is called what? These are called what? National festivals. Okay. Republic Day was celebrated on 26 January 1950, and Independence Day celebrated on 15th August. Okay. Yes. We got Republic on 26 January 1950. Then we got independence on 15th January 1947. Please remember these dates. Okay. Then Gandhi Jayanti celebrated on October 2. Okay. Related to the birth of Mahatma Gandhi, who is the father of our nation. Okay children. To remember the the independence, the free India, when we got freedom from the British, right? This day is celebrated as Independence Day. Then during the Independence Day, the president gives address to the nation. Okay, on 15th August, Prime Minister hoists the national flag at the Red Fort. Okay. Then Republic Day, celebrated on 26th January, President hoists the national flag and national anthem also sung. Okay, children? Yes. Then universally celebrated days, World Health Day, International Earth Day, May Day, World Non-Violence Day. These are the days of what? Universally celebrated days. Okay. Yes, in this chapter we have studied about the national festivals, Republic Day, Independence Day and Gandhi Jayanti. Republic Day is celebrated on 26th January, then Independence Day 15th August and Gandhi Jayanti 2nd October. Okay. Then universally celebrated days, World Health Day celebrated on 7th April, International Earth Day on 22nd April, then May Day on 1st May, then World Non-Violence Day 2nd October. Okay, please don't forget these dates. Please remember all these dates thoroughly. Okay, children. Okay, then come to page number 124. You have to learn the fill in the blanks, choose as well as match. Okay, please learn fill in, choose and match. Okay, then page number 130. You have to learn this worksheet 2, 1 and 2. Okay, then here page number 123, that also you have to learn. Okay, learn as fill in the blanks. Then okay, children, yes, then do the quick check. Please go through the lesson once again and do the quick check. Okay, children, yes, have you understood this chapter? Can you recall this? Yes, page 123 no need. Page 123 no need. Okay, you have to study page 123, 128, that is worksheet 1. No need to study. You study worksheet 2, question 1 and 2. Okay, children, yes, understood? Do you have any doubt? If you have any doubt, you can contact me. Okay, yes, please watch the previous videos for better understanding. Okay, children. More than that, if you have any doubt, you can contact me and go through the book once again. Study all the spellings thoroughly. Okay, study all the fill in the blanks and worksheets, whatever I have mentioned. Be ready for the one word test. Study the question answers also. From that, one words will be asked as fill in or choose or match or true or false or whatever may be. Okay, or answer in one word. Who am I in this way? Okay, please ready to answer such type of questions. Okay, children. Yes, I am again saying fill in the blanks may not be asked as only fill in the blanks. It can be asked as true or false or choose the correct answer. Okay, yes, got it? Okay, I hope you have understood everything, right? If you have any doubt, you can contact me. Okay, children, see you in the next class. Okay. Okay, thank you, children. See you in the next class. Bye. Obey your parents, stay home, stay safe, and study your portions regularly and be prepared for the test. Okay, thank you. See you. Bye.